Hey there, and a massive congratulations to all the new parents out there. If you've just welcomed your baby through Surrogacy here in the US, this guide is made just for you. We are going to walk through that final, super important step, getting your baby's first passport so you can finally head home as a family. I get it. After the whirlwind of your baby's arrival, the very last thing you want to do is deal with paperwork. But as this says, a new journey is beginning, the administrative one. It might feel like a little bit of bureaucracy is standing between you and home, but don't you worry, with the right prep, this is totally manageable.
So what's the secret? How do you actually get this thing done? We're going to break down the entire process for you, step by step, to take all the guesswork out of it and help you dodge any of those frustrating delays.
Okay, first things first. Before you even start gathering forms, you have to make a really important decision, and it all comes down to your travel plans. Do you need that US passport in your hands before you leave the country? Now, for some of you, especially parents from China, you might hear about something called a travel document. And you might think, hey, can I just use this to get home and skip the passport for now? But, while that is an option for getting into your home country, it's really important to see the bigger picture here. Look, our advice, based on helping countless families through this exact situation, yes, 100% yes. Get the passport while you are still in the United States. It officially locks in their child's U.S. citizenship, and it is going to make all future international travel so much easier. It's a little bit of work now that saves you from a world of headaches later on.
All right, decision made. You're getting the passport. Awesome choice. Now, you've got two main ways to apply, and which one you choose boils down to one simple thing. How soon are you flying home?
So here are your two options, side by side. If your flight is pretty far off, like 4 weeks or more, you'll go to a regular post office or what's called an acceptance facility. But if you have your tickets booked for travel within 2 weeks, you need to go the express route. That means calling for a mandatory appointment at a regional passport agency. That's how you get that same day or next day service. Now, no matter which path you take, the documents you need are exactly the same. And trust me, getting this toolkit perfectly organized before your appointment is the single most important thing you can do to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. Okay, here it is, your complete document toolkit. You're going to need Form DS-11, the baby's certified birth certificate, your own IDs plus photocopies, a passport photo of the baby, and your payment method. We also strongly suggest you bring your original pre-birth order, just as extra proof of parentage. Now, pay very close attention to that first item. Fill out Form DS-11 online. Print it, but do not sign it. I'm going to say that again. Do not sign it. You'll do that at the appointment, right in front of the agent.
So why are they so picky about you not signing the form ahead of time? Well, it all comes down to something called parental consent. U.S. law is incredibly strict about this, and for a very good reason. It's to prevent international parental abduction. The government needs to see with their own eyes that both legal parents are on board. This slide lays it all out. The easy-peasy way? Both parents show up with the baby and you both sign the form together. Simple. But hey, life happens. If one of you can't be there, the absent parent has to fill out a special form, the DS-3053 Statement of Consent, and get it notarized. And don't forget this part, you also have to bring a photocopy of the ID they used for the notarization. If you're already abroad, this can be done at a U.S. embassy. Okay, so you know what you need to do. Now let's talk about what not to do. Seriously, avoiding these common mistakes is going to save you a world of stress and, more importantly, a second trip to the passport office.
All right, let's dive into the common traps. Getting these next few details right will make all the difference between a smooth appointment and a really frustrating one. First and most important, your baby, no matter how tiny, has to be there, in person. I know, it sounds obvious, right? But you would be surprised how many parents get turned away because they left the baby with the sitter. This rule is absolutely non-negotiable. Now for what is literally the number one reason that applications get delayed, a bad photo. The rules are really strict. And let's be honest, taking a picture of a newborn is tricky. A rejection means you have to start all over. So let's make sure you get it right the first time. You can totally do this yourself. A great little hack is to just drape a plain white sheet over your baby's car seat and take the picture from above. Just make sure there are no shadows on their face, your hands aren't in the shot holding them up, and do your best to get a picture with their eyes open. They're a little bit lenient with newborns, but open eyes are always your safest bet.
And here is the absolute easiest, simplest pro tip for getting that photo right. Dress your baby in a dark or a bright color. Never, ever white. Since the background has to be white, a white onesie will just make your baby look like a little floating head. A bit of color creates that contrast and basically guarantees the photo gets accepted. Okay, 2 last little tips for the paperwork itself. When you get to the line for the social security number, which you obviously won't have yet, just type in all zeros, 000-00-0000. And if you make a mistake on the form, please do not use whiteout or cross it out. The form has a special barcode, so you have to print a fresh, clean page. No exceptions. And after all of that, you'll get the passport. Just a quick heads up for the future. It's valid for 5 years. But unlike adult passports, you can't renew a child's passport by mail, so you will have to do this in-person process again before they turn 16. And one final super important detail. Make absolutely sure you are applying for the passport book. You might see an option for a cheaper, wallet-sized passport card. That card is only for land and sea travel to places like Canada or Mexico. It cannot be used for international air travel. The book is what you need to get on that plane home. And that's it. I know it might seem like a lot of steps, but by following this guide, you are now completely ready to handle this last administrative task like a pro. You're on the very last step of this incredible journey. Congratulations, and have a safe and wonderful trip home with your new family.